I'm Santier, and this is apparently turned into a little bit of a mini-series. Originally, I was just planning on doing like a couple, like a one-off or maybe two-off episode, but it turns out that my abject failure at the very beginning, let's have a daytime, isn't it, has kind of made it a little bit more. So I want to recapture the fortress in the course of this mini-series. And this is the start of a new recording session where I've realized what's happening. As you might tell from kind of more of a loading thing. So I need to figure out what is happening. What's going on here? I see. Where are the details of this guy? Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, if he has a fear of burning, one must imagine he can be burned and damaged by self-attacks and all that. Determination, eh? This determination ability is actually a lot like the posture recovery thing from Sekiro. But at least from what I can tell, anyway. Sure, let's walk into this guy's trap.
It shall not be me who is trapped, Orc, but you.
I don't care about a lot of the bonuses because they award you with stuff like money and gems, which are just kind of worthless to me at this point. But, you know, that's just how it is. Any sort of game that has resource accumulation like this is going to run into that issue. Yeah, I'll go over there. By the way, have I mentioned how absolutely ridiculous the player character gets in this game? Because it's amazing and I love it. Imminently convenient. Where am I even trying to go? Over this way somewhere? Hi, I want some arrows. Thank you. He exploded into arrows. The trap is over this way. I saw it all of a sudden on my mini-map. And I realized where I was going, which is over here.
Just the way we planned it. 1, 2, 3. That's how you catch a turk, boys. Step by step. You maggot!
Hi.
Here's your challenge. You'll find I'm harder to kill than the rest.
So you see that guy was accompanied by a bodyguard. Man, I'm being awful at getting my Ys. I don't know, let's just explode some heads, I guess. I don't know. I like my chances with this whole army thing I'm doing. Wow, why am I so bad at getting my... Oh, yeah, let's pop that. Yeah, I am being legendarily awful at this. Okay, well, at least that guy's out of the way now. The flesh lump. Immune to execution, that's fine. Not immune to freezing. Yeah. Why am I being so bad at hitting those Ys? There we go. Okay, whatever. Let's just... Where are these arrows coming from? I know you're immune to those things, but I just thought I'd drop by. He's dazed, so he actually can be executed. That's something that's really important to remember. Is that an enemy who is dazed loses all of their defenses. Not that guy, this guy. Executions restore a good bit of health too, actually. Not you. And... what? Hi. Stop. Those are good for recovering health, relatively. Oh, this guy's getting rightly walloped on. What? What's the stealth kill that... Why is it telling me about stealth kills? Again, like, that guy is vulnerable to execution because he was,
In Gondor, they think you're tough. Well, in Mordor, just to survive, you gotta be twice as tough.
Yeah, so he's death-defying, which means that you basically have to kill him twice. But the thing is, he's scared of fire, which is a huge weakness when I have the guys that I raise up are given fire weapons. So when my undead minions are given fire weapons, being weak to fire is a huge liability. Okay, I don't want to be in this corner anymore. I'm going to let other people worry about that corner. Y counters are an insta-kill just because I have a trait that makes them an insta-kill. That's very useful. I think I need a stronger bow if I'm going to break through shields with a bow. Hey! That works. I don't need to be the one to do it. Not directly. So doing that weakens the fortress. So a little bit of the mechanics of this, I suppose, are for these sieges, the defenses are... Where do I see the fortress defenses? No, that's a fast travel point. It's probably under army, isn't it? Hold RT for army. Cool. That's how you get to it. It's been a while since I've had to go through those menus. So these the defenses for the fortress are manned by these Warchiefs, and we just took out... No, it wasn't that guy. It was this guy right here, Tugog, the Deathless. So as you take these guys out, like if you assault the fortress, all of these guys will be in the fortress defending it. And if you take them out, they won't be, which makes it significantly easier to ultimately take the fortress and attack Krosh the Sneak. So that's kind of the goal, is to take out all of these Warchiefs. Now I've got a bunch of my own dudes out in the field as well, but one of the things that I'm noting... So this guy has 2 bodyguards, for example. So that one guy you saw when I fought him, he had an Urog with him. This guy, I think. And, oh, interesting. Yeah, that was probably an enemy. So, anyway, because he had a bodyguard with him, he was, like, he had that additional defense when I went to attack him. Without a bodyguard, they're obviously a little bit more vulnerable. I think I want to go after Booble of the spiders. Let's see. Figure out. Sometimes getting out of those menus can be weirdly awkward. I'm trying to decide if I want to pick up info on that one orc captain that I don't know anything about, and I decided I don't really care. I will zap over to this guy, though. Just shortens my walk a little bit. Okay, and this guy is damaged by fire executions. Ooh, ranged attacks is really nice. I think, is this the guy who summoned... Yeah, summoned spiders, so that's a gigantic pain in the rear end. Anyway, let's go see how this does.
So busy, these orcs. They've earned their rest.
Again, I don't care about the bonus stuff because I already have it. But, you know, these are good for building up might, so I guess it's not the worst idea to go after them sometimes. Let's detonate this. Of course, I have the trait that makes spiders appear when I blow up bonfires, which is amusing. I don't need you raising an alarm here. There, let's go ahead and get the 2 brutalized kills. Brutalized is just a special type of execution that takes longer, but generates additional property. Oh, hi. What do you got going on? Oh, I don't know anything about you. You're a fast learner, though, which is really obnoxious. You have a flame weapon. Doesn't say that you're immune to, like, anything. Means I should start with that. Yep, you are vulnerable to executions. I don't care if they raise the alarm. It doesn't do anything bad for me. Yeah, okay, he's adapted at this point to that tactic. Okay, he's adapted to that one too. But not adapted to just random ally impaling him through the chest. So that works. What am I... I'm actually looking for... more... yellow. Yeah, there's another group of them. The yellow guys are the actual targets, so... Does Brutalize generate more Wrath? Wrath powers up the super meter that lets me do the things that summon the ghosts and all that sort of cool stuff. Just blow this up. I know this generates a big chunk of Wrath. But...
As much as I enjoy the sight of dead bodies, I'm gonna have to kill whoever took out my boys.
Right. Hi. I'm going to explode you off of your own mount and then attack you with it. Well, I mean, not for long. Terrified guys are especially vulnerable. They, like, resist nothing.
I can't die now. The spiders, they were about to accept me. Make me one of their own.
Yeah, terrified just means they're just, like, super vulnerable. So that guy being weak to ranged attacks and fire was just awful for him. It was a really poor strategy. So now the fortress has been weakened. By defeating the Warchief, I've disabled the poison mines. So what I actually want to accomplish right now, because he didn't have any bodyguards, and what's actually beneficial to me, if I go back to the army screen, this guy has bodyguards, this guy has a bodyguard, and this guy does not. So, what are the details on this guy? Damaged by executions, fire, and stealth attacks. That's nice. Okay. He's the guy that just absolutely wrecked me before. But he's not immune to frost, and he's not immune to fire. So I think I want to target this guy and take him out next, and then we'll probably call this an episode. The friggin' how do you get out of this screen? The answer is always the start button. The start button just gets you right out of it, but like I have a bad habit of trying to use back all the time. But I think this was the guy who just like up and ended me at the start of the siege, because the dudes who are part of the siege go on to become the Warchiefs and whatnot. And the guy at the lead of the siege becomes the
There shall be neither sound nor mercy
dude at the top.
today.
Okay, what is this? Oh. I need to stealth kill some blacksmiths. Does this generate wrath? A little bit, yeah. I don't know if that's special amounts. Now, does this kill in stealth? No, that's specifically... Okay, so when it says stealth kill, it is distinctly talking about that type of action. Deal with that. I mean, I can just take out this whole... contingent. Like, this character is ridiculously OP. Oh, just get out of here. Heh! They're fighting Karagors very poorly down there. There we go. There we go. That's all I need to do to get this guy. And then Urmasi the Cruel has arrived. So the structure for these is that you have to...
Eventually I will fight. When I do, none of your shadowy tricks will avail you.
I don't know. How do you feel about Morgai flies and exploding barrels? Is that guy immune to stealth? Sometimes they're immune to stealth and sometimes they're not. I remember him being immune to poison. Damaged by fire, damaged by stealth attacks. Okay.
I have not seen you since before I was promoted to Warchief. Thank you for that, by the way.
What? Okay, I need to leave him alone for a moment because I need to recover my health. Oh, whatever. That helps. Hi. Well, that's good for restoring HP. Stealth attacks in general, when you have lifesteal on them, are really good for restoring HP, just because they hit so hard. I don't know why that stealth attack didn't work, but whatever. Literally everything makes this guy angry.
Something tells me this is not the end.
He's got a thick neck. Wee, rotating the camera awkwardly. Okay. And that takes care of him, and taking care of him, again, it removes one of the defenses that they had that we'd otherwise have to take care of. So that's just kind of the flow to a lot of the stuff. Now, my main priority at the moment is shifted from trying to take down Warchiefs to trying to take down bodyguards of captains or of Warchiefs. So again, if we go back to the screen here, this guy has a bodyguard right here, Crackhorn the Relentless. And this guy has two bodyguards. This guy and this guy, I think it was. Yeah. Push Crimp, Beast Butcher, and Brom, Iron Skin. So going after bodyguards is going to be my next major priority. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close here. So until next time, everyone, take care. Bye-bye.